Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. Happy Friday. I am not out shopping. I have two Divine Masculine Twin Flame reads for you. One I did at 11:11 last night, and then one from this morning. There's very different energies from both, so I wanted to bring them both to you. The first one's a pretty quick one. And just thinking back on yesterday for Thanksgiving, just the wounding that's, that I was talking to you guys about, that always comes up at the holidays and when the family comes together. But it was such a good experience for me yesterday, seeing the spirituality of my family and their rising of vibration. Even my brother, I'm really excited. Actually, he wanted to come over sometime and talk about stuff. So this is, this is someone who's a leader in his own community. So it's very exciting that he's coming into his spirituality. Really exciting. And I got to talk to my cousin's son too, who we don't usually see. He comes up once in a while with my aunt and uncle. But I did his cards too, and it was a really great experience for both of us. So, it's really a good time to connect with your relatives if you've been someone on this journey, to really see the difference, the contracts ending of your childhood contracts within your family, it's ended now, so that you can really truly be your independent and authentic individual self within the family unit and them as well. So that's the energy that I was getting. I was just meditating a little bit to see what else was coming up for you guys. And I was seeing for the Divine Feminine, her reaching for her daddy, like a little girl reaching for her daddy to hold her. And then I was seeing right after that, it was like she reached up to, to cling to her daddy's neck. And then she was on a wall, climbing up the wall as a little girl. And as she climbed and really stretched her arms up, like rock climbing in a way, she was growing up as I watched her. And as she gets to the top, she's mastered everything that she's gone through. But what I was seeing was her really reaching with her arms, to get to the next level. But just one step at a time, up and up and up, as she totally transforms from a little girl into a master. It was really beautiful, actually. This first read was done, like I said, at 11:11 p.m. last night after Thanksgiving. So it really was for today. It was for today, and when I did the energy. And the major arcana is Reason, which is the Emperor, Guidance, the Hierophant, Transition, which is the Death card, and the Star card. Before the read was Reflection and Abundance, which is the Hermit and the Empress. Now this is not the read that's in front of you. The read I'm telling you now, I'm going to post the basic read as my tag, so you'll see the cards. But I usually mention all the cards that are in the main part of the read anyway. And then, of course, the read in front of you is the second one I'll do from today. So this first read that I just told you the major arcana for, and again, for those of you who don't usually watch me, it's the SIRIAN Starseed is the main deck for the read. And then I have a lot of other clarifying cards. I have the Rider-Waite Mini, which I actually use the whole deck for. I have the Tarot Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, the Gilded, the Gilded Tarot, the Universal Golden Tarot. And did I touch on everything? I think I did. Yeah. So, and also, if you should like to have a session with me or any of my services, they're below and on my website, twinflames3344.com and at gmail.com. If you're not sure of something, you're free to email me. My email is below for any questions. And thank you guys all for your likes and your shares and your subscribes and your comments. I love staying in touch with you guys. I've definitely developed a nice kinship with so many of you, and I truly appreciate you guys and love you guys, and just really want you to enjoy this holiday season. Okay, the energy is just ripe for us to do that. Okay, so going into this first read at 11:11 last night, and both of these reads are for today, for the 29th of November. But this was done at 11:11 on the 28th, just, technically, but it was done for the 29th. So we had 2 Pentacles, 1 Wand, 2 Cups, and 2 Swords from this read last night. The Court cards were the King of Swords. That was, again, the only card in the read, which was the one I did yesterday, I believe, was only the King of Swords as well. Before the read, the Page of Swords came up, and after the read, the King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles came up. So for those, again, who are not familiar with my reads, I usually pull a few cards based on my guidance, either way, at the beginning of the read, 3 to 4 cards usually, at the beginning and at the end, which I do use in the read. The message here was very simple. There wasn't much to it, but it was all around compassion. And the card was communication, but the CO was covered, so it was coming up as MM, unication. So for me, that's Mary Magdalene. And the unification, but the cation, again, is the reaching out, you know, the ion. Yeah, definitely the connection of communication, but the Mary Magdalene energy was coming up. The message with compassion and communication was simply the Sophia energy, which is the collective consciousness of the feminine, and the Master of Orbs, which is the King of Swords. And it was referencing this new moon that we're in now. So Sophia, or the collective consciousness of the divine feminines, and the King of Swords, who represents the logical man, the thinking man, the masculine at the new moon, and compassion and communication. Also was referencing, instead of Christmas, the Sophia Miss again, because that's come up before, and because the feminine aspect of both the masculine and the feminine is being called to toggle up, okay, so go into the etheric realms urgently when needed, when you need to transmute thoughts, words, you know, those of the logical or thinking man. For compassion and the Mary Magdalene, unication, okay? So, I also, before I forget, I wanted to let you know, I was noticing physical purges of my family members as well, like people telling me of rashes that they had, and they didn't understand why. You know, it was great that I could tell them, you know, you're purging, because we're definitely going through a physical purge. But in my read, you'll see we're also getting messages. We're leaving the physical purge to go to the mental purge, because we're going to air. So we've been recently. We've been purging our, and that's confirmation. We've been purging our physical body. It was so weird at Thanksgiving. I had just done my nephew's read, and I was sitting at the table still after dinner. And then my sister-in-law came to sit down, and all of a sudden I started itching my finger, and then I looked at both index fingers, and there was like a rash that looked like, you know, poison ivy or something, but right on the spot, on the top of my index finger, but on both sides. And I have no idea what I touched. I mean, it could have been my sister, because she was, you know, she's a massage therapist, so she was experimenting a little bit with my fingers, since I have my shoulder that's been frozen. But ever since I did that work on the stone that was flaring up, and just the Reiki work, sending love and healing to my shoulder and to my stone when I was going through passing a stone the other night, all the work that I did between energy work, you know, doing circles. It's energy medicine, but you do circles in a counterclockwise motion to like pull up the negative energy, and then you go clockwise to reset it. So I was doing some of that work a few times too over the stone area. But since I did the work on my stone, it emphasized release of my shoulder as well. So these can all just be purges coming up in order to release things from the physical body, as we're going now into the mental body, the air body. Anyway, that's the message I was getting, and I was definitely getting confirmation at our family dinner that other people were definitely having some kind of physical purges or injury purges, things like that you're all aware of. Okay, so we start out with the Three of Pentacles in this first read. With underneath the Three of Pentacles reversed was the Reflection, or the Hermit, upright, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Abundance, or the Empress card, upright. So there were work issues, leaving work or third party through work. The Hermit, quiet, negative, or no news or messages, spying, or a child who could be mouthy, especially at the holidays here. And the Empress of Abundance, or the Hermit and Empress, or Virgo and Taurus, protecting a child with negative words, or, you know, again, there could be a child who's spying or lying, you know, or just being really mouthy. And reaping rewards of the battle being over, and choosing a new path for the masculine. Holding on loosely and grounding and saving, moving or ending a marriage and work relationship, or moving to third party through work, or moving a business location. Then the Queen of Pentacles came up upright with the Ten of Pentacles upright, the Four of Cups reversed, the Eight of Swords reversed, the Ten of Swords upright, the King of Wands upright, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Was in a group in the underlying energy. The Queen of Pentacles from a wealthy or abundant family, starting over in love and released from prison, bleeding out with the gate wide open to the King of Wands, watching over the Queen of Cups reversed. Little lizard on platform waiting for or after the King of Wands, his money clip slippers, all right? So it's like a child who's just trying to get in on the money train of the father. Stabbed in the front, the King of Wands just watched the Queen of Cups reversed die without flinching. The Queen of Cups reversed, third party at work or person leaving the workplace or got fired or laid off, possibly a whistleblower out, injustice of the man, the Taurus, the establishment, commitment, religion, or church, recovering from exile of the boys' club. Jews, monks, friars, lawyers, and judges were all coming up here. Injustice of power that may be going head to head, right? The two patriarchy leaders competing for recovery of business or illness, discarded from hospital for non-payment, or having to return right after being discharged with illness. Okay, so someone blowing the whistle on the old boys club. Reconciliation was coming up for the masculine, and beneath that was healing family issues. Men hiding their faces, turning their backs, covering up their nakedness, butts fully exposed, right, so their butts on the line, and disconnected from or discharged, dumping a load as to not get caught, or a confession coming out. The Queen of Pentacles gets their wish. Hairy animal tripped up and now begging her to take him back after caught in the bushes and possibly got poison ivy. Following your dreams came up for the masculine, which is number 85, and beneath that was change, which is number 5, that expansion energy, as well as conflict and competition. The Devil reversed with the Page of Cups, dumping attachments now that the worst is over, in a breakup, breaking contract. And the Devil reverse can be chaos, going into detox, and the Page of Cups can be a message or a child. But either which way, it was about dumping attachments now the worst is over, in a breakup, a breaking contract with a partner or soulmate, now disconnected, dropping all their burdens in a divorce or in some kind of justice, or it could just have to do with a Libra. So at 11:54, we turn the page, which is Justice and the Page of Swords, which is a message or a news or a child. Fireworks accidentally lit in the wrong direction at the new moon. The deer in the headlights, men caught or stunned in justice, Libra, or divorce. 2 elephants muzzled, choking on the truth, forced to reflect and sit in their emotions. Scales of justice used literally to muzzle the elephants. The old men's club, the patriarchy. And right at that moment, it was weird. It was at 11:57 last night, right before midnight. I felt like a pinch. But definitely that justice card was coming up a lot with divorce and or Libra energy at the workplace with the Queen of Cups reversed, forced out, but now must be let back in to get their wish and dreams. So somebody they forced out or fired or laid off, or maybe they quit and now, in order to get their dreams, they'll now have to return or let somebody else come back in. Or justice in the third party through work with the Queen of Cups reversed, recovering to reconcile to get their wish following dreams. Recently is the guidance card upright, which is like the Hierophant. Knowing the Queen of Pentacles with good news, successful, a way shower, or Taurus, keeping to self, the Queen of Pentacles on journey and leading the way. In a final judgment, attention or announcements or a call to action, the King of Cups offers new life to the Page of Cups, a message of love, or often to pay for their message of love or support a child. The central energy is the Ace of Wands, which was upright. So a lot of passion in this read last night at 11:11. The Magician manifesting the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. back to back to align for new passion. The foundation is the reason, or the Emperor reversed. Ending a family or emotional cycle of the past, or the past returning to now be present. Grieving family, lovers, and or affection over a negative past or difficult kids, and defending their territory, even if it's barren. Igniting new passion with DNA of the Page of Cups, which can be an offer of love, puppy love, and new love, or can be a child as well. And the Page of Cups came up reversed in the second this read in front of you as well. So there's definitely a lot of children represented here. The King of Cups to Page of Cups, and then using that DNA to meld what's wrong with the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, who are now sitting back to back, which was very interesting that I referenced the King of Cups and the Page of Cups together in the first read as upright, right? Working together like a father and child, and then using that DNA to meld what's wrong with the other two in the family, the Knight of Cups reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, back to back. And today, in this read, it's the opposite, where the King of Cups and the Page of Cups are reversed, and the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups are now face to face and upright. So a father from this first read giving everything to the baby and nothing to the wife and other child, or the King of Cups reversed, jealous in a split, dealing with lies and BS, and challenged by the King of Swords reversed, not fighting the devil or Capricorn, using their tools to manipulate the end result. Lower back pain, or just ending great pain and betrayal, offered new passion from released prisoner, Queen of Wands, looking the other way, offering sex to relieve his pain, but no more love. The Queen of Wands boldly going forward with split, lies, and BS, and the wounded warrior reversed, surrendering, avoiding fairy justice, injustice, Libra reversed, healing, forgiving in the aftermath of dreams come true, and now offering, right? Now that it's easy and they can see what they can get out of this. So present to sovereign, getting wish of dumping burdens and responsibilities, all, or the Queen of Wands at a head. Present to the sovereign, and that can be anyone. That could be a child, it could be divine feminine, it could be a karmic, it can be the masculine being single now, but present to sovereign or his own sovereignty, getting his wish of dumping all burdens and responsibilities on the Queen of Wands' head, like dumping it all on her. Now the Ten of Cups reversed, healing and settling out, sharing in the aftermath of saving and being moderate. And that was at 12:17, the Hanging Man and the Star. The King of Wands and the King of Swords next to each other with justice, which is just truth and balance. So they may have been dealing with this Queen of Wands together, or they can be two aspects of the Divine Masculine, both him. At 12:18 is the Hangman and the Moon. All right, so it's the King of Wands and the King of Swords, and then the Justice card with truth and balance, or Libra, King of Swords. The King of Swords with healing and dreams come true, sharing for the King of Wands, healing with family and child who needs help, financially and with school, settling out with alcoholic or depression issues. The Emperor reversed was secret between him and the King of Pentacles reversed, reaping karmic rewards of spying and seeing them dump all their responsibilities on the male bull, trying to heal in the aftermath of sudden events, falling for hermit, missing their flame, stubborn, refusing to move or work, or now choosing a new path with twin sovereign. Soon for the masculine is the Five of Swords upright. But also the Nine of, this was really great, this energy never comes up together, or rarely does. With the Five of Swords upright, but then we had the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles side by side, which is literally the masculine and the feminine when they're in their positive sovereignty. The Five of Swords upright with the happy Nine of Cups and the sovereign Nine of Pentacles, the Fool falling for the Queen of Swords truth. So that could be from another's perspective, because the Queen of Wands comes up here as at war with sovereign, ending the battle with the divine masculine. Finding peace with the Queen of Wands, her judgment of him, or announcement, of her only seeing his body or just using him for his body and not really loving him. The Leo and our ego out of control, weak, finding peace away from her with rest and 5D meditation. He is seeing himself as the transition card. The dark night, seeing synchronicities of the sealed divine feminine watched by the King of Wands in the portal, coming together, working to align with standing up for itself. So heart-to-heart conversations came up for the masculine, as well as let your friends help, stay optimistic, honeymoon, and very soon. And I think those same cards came up in the second read as well, so that's nice confirmation. Around the divine masculine are how he's seen as the star card at night. The King of Swords reversed, slow, stubborn, still, possibly lazy, expressing feelings in a heated exchange, in disconnect of partner, in downturn of fate. To heal and dream. Clearing blocks, the masculine needs to clear blocks about the E-Tower, which is the divine feminine's heart in this deck. The Seven of Pentacles. Offering love and coming clean, with the Hermit shedding light on all of it. So it's about the masculine need to come to terms or be comfortable with his private life being exposed by the feminine. So communication comes up here, the Mary Magdalene unication, and compassion of the third party by love and Sagittarius drinker who's not happy about it. Getting wish of 6 rays, the messenger of truth or knight in shining armor rushes in and then just rushes in to walk away and within in order to surrender. The twins sovereign, the 9 of Pentacles, and the sovereign 9 of Cups dropped all their burdens in complete surrender to unconditional love. Frustrated dark night awakens Empress or awakens to Empress with blue eyes or abundance of twins, and the King of Cups or unconditional love. No need to wish for the Queen of Pentacles to offer new life. Starting over in love, the devil waves goodbye to the player ways, falling short or holding back passions, and suffering in silence. Work issues of the Emperor reversed, which could also be an Aries, in transition. The portal of dreams come true. So in the transition, there's Scorpio energy as well, and then Aquarius with the dreams come true. The Hierophant or Taurus, ignited and challenged by the King of Swords reversed at war with the E-Tower or Rapunzel, the divine feminine, an ending family or emotional cycle to get wish and be happy with self. The King of Cups starting over with the Queen of Pentacles new life with work issues, Hierophant or Taurus, and Justice or Libra, and Emperor reversed or Aries. He's also reason. Ignited to end family cycle, challenged by the King of Swords reversed, transition through the war to dreams with the divine feminine's heart, and wish come true as the King of Cups is starting over with the Queen of Pentacles in a new life. All right, so that was the first read. So here we go with the second read, which is in front of you. I don't know if I took any pictures on my phone from last night. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I think this is from last night, but give me 1 second. Okay. I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but just to give you an idea of the read from last night, if you can grasp any of that, it's got the full read on it. I'm going to actually close up the read for you. So those were the bottom cards. I'm going to show you as we go up. Okay, and that's going over, and then down to the middle, and then going over here. So the transition card was him, and around him was the star, and then we go down here, up here to the end. Okay, so that was the read from last night. And now I'm going to give you the read from today in front of you. All right, so today is the 29th, November 29, 2019. The 29 is the Three of Wands, being present. Traditionally, in most decks, it's like waiting for your ship to come in, but not always. And for me, it's more now about this journey. It's about being present in the moment as opposed to waiting for anything to come in, because that's an outcome. So we have the 29, which is an 11, very spiritual and visionary. And we also have the day adding up to the 52-7, which is the Queen of Swords energy. She's very important in this read today. So as I was shuffling this deck for this read, the SIRIAN Starseed deck, at 10:21, the Knight of Cups fell out while I was shuffling upright. The SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut at 10:23, so 21 is the world, so completion, and then 23 is the the King of Wands. And then the final read was finished at 10:41 to 42. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, and the 41 and 42 are the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. So very beautiful energy there. We had the major arcana of alchemy, which is like the Temperance card, Chariot, Justice, and the Hanging Man, like the Hanged Man. And after the read, the Strength card came up, as well as the Tower. We had 2 cups, 3 pentacles, 1 wand, and 1 sword, so mostly pentacles here, which is about money, but not only money, it's about practical issues as well. So that's heaviest on pentacles today. With some cups, we had 2 cups, and then the least were wands and swords. Okay, so not as much action or passionate movement today, and not as much using your head or getting stuck in your head, which is good. The court cards here, we had the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, so that can represent father and child. And we also have the Nine of Cups, which often can be a person as well, their independence. And before the read, we had the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. All right, so the King of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands before the read. The numbers in the code line for this read were all about spiritual career. The numbers on the code line added up to 14. It was 4 and 10 for 14, which is the Temperance card, the angels, having patience, taking one step at a time. And there weren't a lot in the numbers other than that. We did have double 4s and then double 3s and 2311, which is the King of Wands, and the 11 of Justice, the 1 of the Magician, the 8, 9, 10, begin again. 33 is the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself, also the Christ vibration. 13 is the Death card, transition or transformation. And then 34 is the 8 of Wands, which came up in this read for sure. 46, the Children in the Garden, the 6 of Cups. And the 68, which is the Page of Pentacles, which has been very prevalent this week. And again in this read. And now the Page of Pentacles obviously can be a child, but it's very much about the message as well, and can be it can be a lot of different things, but it can also be the perpetual student. And reverse could be the perpetual bad student, right? So we'll get into that because it definitely comes up in the read. The message, though, about spiritual career comes up to the nth degree about the Mary Magdalene energy coming up here again. So she's definitely coming up because it's the second read in a row that she's coming up. But also the M equals 4, but it's really 13-4 because M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. And 13 is that transformation, the Dark Knight, which represents the dark night that we go through, but also the Dark Knight, Batman, right? The masculine. So to the nth degree, all about the Mary Magdalene and that energy and the Dark Knight for student teacher of high vibration alchemy with divine Jew and spiritual careers. So it's really funny when that comes up. But the JU was also coming up as the J and then the reflection of the J. So when you put that back to back, for some reason I was called to make a dome underneath it. And it was literally giving me the support from the ceiling that holds the light or the anchor. And it literally also looks like an anchor. So that was a pretty cool message that came through. So definitely coming up with the Jesus and Mary Magdalene energy of the student and the teacher, that both are each. And the alchemization of that in the spiritual career as you guys come together. To the nth degree, the Dark Knight, the Emperor for the student-teacher relationship of destined alchemization of the divine Jew in their spiritual career. So that's just really funny. that's the way they want me to bring up Jesus, so it cracks me up. And anyway, anchoring in the light. And being that I just told you we've been working on anchoring in the physical body, right? Because we went through the spiritual and emotional bodies with our dark night, like that was the worst of that part of it. And more recently it's been our physical body. Now I'm being told in this read that we're going into the air processing, or the intellect. So I was also getting like a parallel between the 3D, the 5D, the Jesus and Mary Magdalene, the God energy of Jesus, and then the Lu, or the devil, basically. And just referencing the 3D, is our shadow side, and the 5D is our light side, right? So Jesus and Lu, and then the dark night and the emperor, and then the Mary Magdalene and the karmic energy, right? So the karmic and the divine feminine being different reflections of the divine masculine. But just it depends on the dimension, right? So the karmic may be more of a direct reflection of his 3D self, whereas the divine feminine is more of a direct reflection of his 5D self. And nothing is good or bad, it just is a different dimension. But it's about the superficial life as well, right? Being more in the superficial life as opposed to the spiritual life. But we're heading toward the 5D, which is heaven on earth. So the divine masculine here is anchoring in his shadow and his light to pull in the Mary Magdalene energy and ground it into the 3D. The Jesus, the dark night, the emperor, he anchors in Jesus or finds peace with, and then Mary Magdalene anchors in her own dark night with the karmic. So it's like Jesus has to make peace with, the masculine has to make peace with spirituality and God. Whereas I'm being shown that the divine feminine needs to make peace with the karmic and the 3D aspect. Does that make sense? So make peace with the karmic, he needs to make peace with God. And that's because, you have to anchor in the opposite. So to the nth degree, also that the mother is for the student teacher of high vibrational alchemical fusion of the divine Jew and the spiritual career. So having to do with the divine masculine and the Jesus template, and bringing that into his spiritual career. So we start here on the 4 of Cups with the 3 of Cups. So we have the 4 of Cups here, the 3 of Cups there, the Queen of Swords here, the King of Wands, and then this last one is the 3 of Swords here, and then the 4 of Cups, or chalices in the SIRIAN Starseed deck. So we're grounding and integrating an offer of divine love, third-party gossip, and no social life perhaps, overindulging, negative group, but just no joy in general, and the Queen of Swords grieving the King of Wands, separation. Suffering in silence, drained, sick and or overexposed, sick and tired, the lovers reversed in a breakup or no affection, indecision and sudden event, explosion, eruption, or blew their crown, their cover, their top, or just had an epiphany with sudden clarity throwing him off balance. Sudden new information comes in, falling into his destiny, destined connection, soulmate, twin flame. The Hermit sheds light on the Queen of Pentacles reversed, in prison with the Queen of Swords reversed, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed with hostage Queen of Swords reversed, and or the Queen of Pentacles reversed hostage of the Queen of Swords words, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed have a prisoner or hostage between them, or both may be prisoners of the Hermit and the Fool reversed, which could be masculine energies. Or 2 sisters imprisoned with anxiety issues, or the Queen of Swords reversed not speaking about being blinded by the light and the dried up path, that there's no water to test, no tears left to cry or purge out. So here's where we're going from the spiritual, emotional body into the physical and then to the intellectual body. Dealing with the dry earth and purging the physical body. Once the river runs dry, the fish die, and the animals with no water to drink, emotions no less important than the logical thinker. The Queen of Swords reversed, grounding and integrating, anchors in air, thoughts and words, dust in the wind. Fire was spirit, the emotions of the cups, the physical body with the pentacles, and now we're dealing with the thinking man, or the air. So far we had Gemini reversed, Scorpio upright, Leo reversed, Aries reversed, and then Libra and Virgo both upright right here. So at night, so right after that we go into at night when all the world's asleep, the questions run so deep for such a simple man. And this is Supertramp. Won't you please tell me, now I'm getting, tell me what to know, and I swear that that's the line. And I need someone to remind me, what is the word, what is it called when you remember, you know that a line was a certain line from a song, like you even have the proof because you have that record or something like that, but now the same song is being sold with a different line in it. Please remind me of what that's called. So that's what I'm getting. And it really doesn't matter what the correct line is because this is the message I'm getting. So when all the world's asleep, the questions run so deep for such a simple man. Won't you please tell me what to know? Where now the lyrics say what we've learned. I know it sounds absurd. Please tell me who I am. But I'm thinking so logical. Did you call? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's getting unbelievable. Okay, so 1 is the masculine, 2 is the feminine, 3 is the third energy, and 4 is grounding in the union. At 11:46 is justice and the 6 of cups. The King of Pentacles out being seen, spreading the word, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed, fallen angel, or spreading the word about her, or the impatient, or being impatient and loses temper. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed looks like the one who's impatient and losing their temper, or the fallen angel. But the King of Pentacles is also out being seen and spreading the word, and seems to be pleased with himself. So he might like that attention as well, but he is upright. Little red boots with news or message, or spreading the word for the King of Pentacles, so this could be a child who's spreading the word for him, to show off their new boots. Or the King of Pentacles likes to talk, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed is impatient with him because she may be sick of listening to him, and she may be coming up as a Sagittarius here. Flirt comes up for the masculine, and beneath that was unrequited love. So after the unrequited love, or the unreturned love, now the masculine is being called to flirt. This is the underlying energy, though. One may be seen as a flirt in their relationship, the superficial conversation, in order to get attention. The Queen of Wands upright is out shopping or calling attention to herself. The Dark Priestess without intuition creates a stage for herself, or the secrets out about spell work and staging their success, a platform for the Queen of Wands in order to perform or be a star. Trying to create a new life or big money without using books. Fairy Justice, Divorce, or King of Swords, Libra, watched for bad or inappropriate behavior, or someone is peeking in on them. Or the secret's out, or the Queen of Wands is taking center stage as the Fairy Princess, Libra, or Justice, and the King of Swords with negative energy, third party, or narcissistic behavior. Preparing a suite, or a suite setup for lady in waiting in long dress with cropped in front, once able to clear another from his energy field. Setting the stage to score the masculine, but very methodically and slow. Or one Dark Priestess with no real intuition who opens books in nature, and the Queen of Wands could be that same person, or a second person, or 2 grown kids seeking a new life for themselves as the King of Swords with third party and or divorce, or around women who don't trust him, seeking truth and balance. Justice, or the King of Swords, is a Libra. There's Pisces energy here too. Intuition comes up, which is number 22, which is the Fool, and beneath that was surrender, which is 91. So after surrendering, making sure to use your intuition. So being sneaky or coming clean about sneaking out the back, Jack. Making new plans, Stan. My dad's nickname is Stan, so that's funny. The Queen of Cups hiding face, as the Knight of Pentacles is going back, but looking forward to destiny. Or the Knight of Pentacles has snuck out to be with destined Princess Queen of Cups. Happy family or emotional fulfillment, but busy bees are all around, and the Hanging Man is flying the coop. Found a way out of the box. Or water tank trick was a success. Escaping gossip, negative group, antisocial behavior, overindulgences, or just no real joy. Or a home of 3 women, no room for a man there. He got caught up in the spokes and chains, a tangled metal web we weave, foosball table messed up, or a chain on his ankle, in house arrest. Busybodies sticking their noses in his business, or bees literally got through a hole in the roof, or busybodies taking over the house, overindulging in parties, him chained to the rotisserie, but found a way out. While two women sitting out front to eye the latest gossip, he slips out the back, or during a party when everyone was drunk. Libra and Capricorn energies here. 5 to 6 women or girls around. Third-party love, grounding and integrating, with negative gossips and drinkers all around, while his destiny awaits, all peaceful and sound. The Queen of Swords reversed lets the Queen of Swords upright have it, or loses her patience with him. Fallen angel, or loses patience with fallen angel King of Swords with a third party, needing to use his intuition. Sovereign not working, or done overworking to align with their desires, and the sovereign though looks all good, while he gets his ducks in a row and deals with unhappy, depressed, or drunk women, or negative group or gossips, overindulgences, but no joy. For him, anyway. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords reversed. The King of Pentacles is upright with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, so the men are upright, the women are reversed. The masculine could be thinking, what's the lesser of the two evils? They could be his two different personas, the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, imagining himself in two different relationships, but they look negative on both sides because the queens are both reversed. Or these could be two people in his space that he's dealing with, whether at work or at home. You know, partners, sister, friends, co-workers, whatever it is. But there's definitely two couples coming up here. The King of Swords and Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, the men upright and the women reversed. What's the lesser of two evils? The King of Pentacles may talk up himself and his success, but this King of Swords looks narcissistic and treats women badly. The Queen of Pentacles reversed may have Sagittarius and a very bad temper and or greedy fallen angel, and the Queen of Swords reversed has been grieving very deeply, or could have a sharp tongue as well. The drunk party for Thanksgiving, while he wishes upon a star, an island unto himself, with the Queen of Swords reversed not talking and impatient, with the King of Swords abusing the attention that he gets, losing patience or literally losing patience. The recent past is the Ten of Pentacles upright, right? It's the abundant family, detoxing, but there's chaos and the need to detox. The Knight of Wands, sexual escapades. So somebody in the family who's been running around, whether it's the Divine Masculine or a karmic or even one of the kids, is coming up as the Knight of Wands. And we all know that Thanksgiving weekend is famous for kids when everyone comes back in town to go run around with your friends and go get drunk. So the teens and young adults out on the prowl for the Thanksgiving weekend, the Ten of Pentacles with younger child in need of help, money, opportunity, or just a poor student who never learns, or someone with a bad childhood, or their negative past returns. Or the Ten of Pentacles family are actually opportunists, preying on the vulnerable who have skeletons in their closet. Or the family helps the child to rectify the past, as Thanksgiving weekend when the past always returns home. Presently is the King of Pentacles choosing a new path away from the Ten of Pentacles family with player and headed towards another Ten of Pentacles family, perhaps of his own, to correct things with his kids and or his twin. The foundation being the Page of Pentacles reversed, like father like son, or the King of Pentacles Peter Pan and never grew up. Tripped up into the sham fam, or now ending family or an emotional cycle, dropping the facade and breaking patterns, always on a quest of some kind, but no expression of feelings, or sharing that energy, or showing their arrows of love. And that was at 1241, which is the Hangman and the Ace of Cups, and needing to love himself first. Or the Page of Pentacles reversed, who never learns, and kept dumping all his high vibe energy into that unhappy family or manipulative family with dysfunctional emotions, and now seeing that about himself. Always arguing or fighting, competing, or at battle, or on a quest to be the best, but no real passion behind it. Only negative emotions behind it. The central energy is the Nine of Cups upright. You know, that's your get your wish card. or just being happy with yourself. Happy with self, having satisfaction, getting wish. Coming clean, the wizard opens the curtain to allow the hermit's light to come in. From another world, the King of Wands allowing the swords to fall out of their back, to allow themselves to be unstable, to move and or end a marriage. Or coming clean about the hermit and the King of Wands trapping the sealed divine feminine between them so she couldn't get out. But now the worst is over after 11:11. The Dark Knight, the Journeyman, and the Knight of Pentacles, the three of them, are all facing the same direction, come to support the Knight of Cups in their offer of love to the Queen of Cups face to face. Or the Knight of Pentacles is that Knight of Cups offering love to the Queen of Cups, who has been grieving his loss. But they are upright and face to face here with support on each side. Leo and or ego, or a maid or blue bonnet sticking their butt out for attention, or the divine masculine being strong and taming their beast, grounding and integrating a love that inspires him, or the divine feminine being strong and needing to take time to process an offer of a date after grieving for so long. Frustrated prisoner, inspired to work hard as opposed to being at war and defensive. Ego and or Leo with left butt where it doesn't belong. The Knight of Cups pledges the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed. The Knight of Cups pledges to the Queen of Cups. They're face to face, okay, with people around them to support them in this. Whereas the King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed and Leo, taming their inner beast, came along to support him. Or the King of Cups reversed, wounded warrior, returns from the past to the Queen of Swords reversed, Leo, or to stroke her ego. Or Leo child feels like a prisoner of work, with defensive people at war, inspired but not sure which way to turn. Again, the lesser of two evils, right? Should I go the avenue of my one parent who, worked himself to death, or should I go the avenue of my other parent who's always at war with everyone and themselves? It's like a child trapped, like they're really inspired to get going, but I don't think I really want either one of these two paths, right? So both the masculine and the child are being presented with the lesser of two evils. And the Page of Cups reversed, father and child. So we have the King of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups reversed, and this can definitely reference as like father, like son for the masculine. Whereas maybe a masculine said he'd never be like his father, has now grown up to be like his father, but now seeing his father's perspective, which he didn't understand when he was young, and so now understanding his father better. But either way, they're coming up reversed. But also we're dealing with children here. So we have a Page of Cups reversed, which can be a Pisces child or just the youngest. It could be a new baby. It could be someone who's just vulnerable and shy, or someone who's been rejected. It could be a message of love that was rejected. And it can also be someone who's a spoiled brat, right, who cries, the crybaby. But, that's what a baby does. It cries. So if it's an older child or an adult, they can be called a crybaby, or someone who's teased when they were younger. So they still carry that wound as an adult. And that's coming up on how the masculine sees himself, that area, for the Page of Cups reversed here. The King of Cups reversed could have drinking, emotional, or post-war issues due to verbally abusive air sign female Leo. And that can be the other way too, like a Leo with air in their chart. King of Cups reversed and Page of Cups reversed could both be Pisces who tend towards addiction issues, but the Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups here look good, and they're facing each other with love, after the other read was sitting back to back, upside down, to align their energies before speaking to each other face to face, which they're now doing in this read, which was kind of cool how that came up. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups look good here and facing each other with love. The King of Cups reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed are avoiding and walking away from a home. Could be Scorpio and Leo. And the King of Cups reversed broke up with female bull, or Cancer, or King of Cups reversed with female bull or Cancer are people that the Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups broke up with in order to be together. Now watching over them coming together, now seeing it actually come together. The Knight of Wands rescue efforts for the King of Pentacles, or is the King of Pentacles rescuing the sealed divine feminine or sweeping her off her feet, even if not very graceful about it. The world upside down, with child supporting them, low energy illness or overexposed to messenger of truth or harsh truth of justice, divorce, Libra, and high priestess or Viking priestess reversed, or their secret is out, or they weren't using their intuition. And that was at 114, which is the magician, and the temperance card, or being patient, or the angels. Now crowning is the 8 of Wands reversed. Heated debate or travel and or communication delays, or holding back feelings or energy exchange, deliberating their poor decisions, as the wounded warrior, the victim mentality, and the Queen of Wands here getting over loss, regret, and tempted by her own Holy Grail moment, or third party. The Queen of Wands may have another Queen of Wands, third party through work, or the King of Cups reverse wounded warrior can't decide between 2 fire signs or twin sisters, or has 2 third parties, actually not just one, due to drunk parties at work. The divine masculine's partner could be in love with another woman, or his own brother or father she could be in love with, could be her own soulmate or twin, or another contract to fulfill. And I'm definitely getting for somebody, obviously this is not for all the masculines, but there's definitely a masculine out there whose karmic was actually with his brother before, and I don't know if that he actually knows that that happened. Like, it wasn't when they were together, or it could be when they were together too. But I was getting for, there's definitely one divine masculine where the karmic had slept with his brother before they were together, and then I guess as the relationship went on for many years, it maybe became natural for the karmic to cheat with his brother because she'd already been with him. There's some kind of situation like that, but I was called to bring that up again for some reason. So there's a bad or difficult memories of the past, of breakdown, instability, broken, on warpath or chaos, travel or moving issues, or cancer treatments, or now presenting the truth to the messenger of truth, and then stuck inside these 4 walls, sent inside forever, okay, never seeing no one nice again like you is coming up again. And that's Band on the Run. Career returns from a negative past to present truth or surgical option to Knight of Swords rushing in to meet them for plastic surgery perhaps, or a destined meet. Cancer and Scorpio bring truth and or ideas to the table. Scorpio defenseless to Cancer, deception or telling about the bull releasing to express feelings, or not releasing, but this could be the Scorpio defenseless to the Cancer and or deception, or is telling the feminine or whoever about the bull who refuse to express their feelings or even now have sex with them, or the bull or Cancer is always fighting and he defenseless to their attacks. The Page of Pentacles reversed, the Knight of Wands, so could be him or someone in need of rescue. This Knight of Wands here is definitely the one who wants to rescue, and the Page of Pentacles reversed is someone who needs help. So it could be that the Knight of Wands is someone, you know, who wanting to rush in to rescue the Page of Pentacles reversed, to help them, or just someone in need of physical affection, you know, even just a hug. Or 2 kids with issues, one with drinking issues or cutting issues, and the other maybe too flirty with boys or older men. The King of Swords not surprised, however, and offering help to the King of Pentacles to help their child, having discussions at the gate about what to do for the King of Pentacles with world upside down. The King of Swords and or Knight of Pentacles, this could be one person or 2. The King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, that could just be his action, offering help. But it's coming up here, one or those 2 people offering a new life or big money to the Emperor to keep their secret, or the Emperor not using his intuition with their family, and the Ten of Pentacles family keeping a secret about the Divine Feminine for the King of Swords and or the Knight of Pentacles. So he might have paid somebody off to like keep the secret so nobody would tell. Soon is the Chariot reversed, at war, to protect his rewards, his money, his savings, reaping time to rest and be silent, and meditate possibly with 5D, or from the Empress reversed. Left him, and she may have passed. So an Empress reversed may have been a mother or someone who passed, and this is saying may she rest in peace. But also it could be a negative past or childhood, or the past returned with a vengeance, as the Chariot reversed times 2 engines, broken, breakdown at war, or issues with a move or travel, or Cancer reversed, protecting their money and stuff from a Page of Wands, frustrated in prison, whether it's anxiety or, they're trapped at home or they're actually in prison. They're the one who's, trying to pick between the lesser two evils. Which parent do I follow in their footsteps? But neither was a good choice, but they're inspired. So their energy is really good. So if they're all children here, if it's a Leo, that's this Page of Wands who's inspired. If it's like a Pisces energy, it's reversed. So they're either feeling rejected or they're spoiled and acting up. We also have the Page of Pentacles is even more significant in this read, which can be just the perpetual adult child, right, who never grows up, who's always needs help manifesting or taking the first step, like they never start doing it on their own. It's that perpetual student, or the one who never learns because they always want to rely on somebody else to do all the work or take the responsibility, or take the risk for them so they don't have to do that part or make the decisions. So this Page of Wands must now go to work. So maybe a child all of a sudden has to get a job, following in his burdened parents' footsteps. Or Cancer is what led to the Empress's death, reversed. The Empress is reversed. Or scheduled time of rest, receiving love from healing dreams, and or Aquarius that she had treated badly before and now dependent on them. She may have thought of them as foolish. Now the Empress reversed, or Taurus reversed, is now being cared for by someone she never would have given the time of day to, right? So this is the learning the lesson. And this is something my parents went through in the nursing facility. The people that they didn't respect, or who thought they were foolish, or would never want to spend any amount of time in the room with them, are now the people who are loving them and taking care of them every day. Or Justice and or Divorce, or Libra, who broke up with the Empress, or Taurus reversed, and having difficulty with kids now that the secret about that split is out. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as the Ace of Swords, the truth, holding on loosely, grounding, saving, and being moderate, with the Page of Cups reversed, who could be spoiled and or insecure child, or rejected, love, insecure and manipulative, or doesn't have the tools to deal with vulnerability or intimacy. In his truth, he's dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve, and learning to be happy with himself, alone, without relying on someone else. Heart-to-heart conversations, let your friends help, pay attention to the red flags, honeymoon, and very soon all came up, and they were the same cards actually that came up from the first read, which I didn't realize at the time. Around the masculine are how he's seen as the King of Pentacles, the Akashic Records, third party, a negative group or family, so it could be from an Akashic record, where, and this definitely came up for me in a past life, where the masculine would always choose the family over the Divine Feminine, and not because he didn't love her more, but because of the social indications, right? That she needed to be more like the family as opposed to who she really was. The masculine always trying to get her to make peace for him, between him and the family, but him always getting stuck in the middle because the family would manipulate him to do what they wanted as opposed to love the Divine Feminine, which he did. But in that life, for me anyway, it ended up badly, where they kept sending him off to war to keep us apart, and then he ended up, of course, getting killed, and when they brought him back, they wouldn't even let me go near him. So that's coming up as a general wound. The negative group or family, gossip, the antisocial or overindulgent behavior of the abundant family, who can manipulate their way all the time because everyone's going to want to side with them because they have all the money. But there's no joy here. Justice, divorce, and or Libra energy, resisting change and hanging out to see new perspectives on third party and negative groups and or gossips. Clear blocks, Divine Masculine of justice and needing to get justice, and learning to walk away from all you've built. The Empress reversed, receiving love from Aquarius after discharge from a hospital and possibly fell or was foolish. Spiritual career comes up for the masculine, but even more so here is environment and leadership. The Hermit missing their flame and heartbroken or in separation. The Hanging Man with right knee blocks, so that has to do with anger blocks, and pain. An injury, possibly, presently working hard to recover emotionally in order to connect with that deep connection they have. The Ten of Pentacles family with Devil reversed, chaos or detoxing, overexposure to the messenger of truth, about connection in divorce or court, or Libra secret, or didn't use their intuition. Now hanging out to see new perspectives under the radar, or family instability, or a move that's going on. The King of Swords offers help or work by offering money or a new life to the Emperor with a secret and no peace, but destined to the gift of the present moment. Or a lawyer got a big payoff for the Emperor and the High Priestess reversed, without peace, divinely guided to the present moment. Or issues with a move or a house, only chaos there and no place to find peace. The Tiger with their eye on the prize and chomping at the bit. A fire sign, ego, or strength suddenly arrives like a bolt out of the blue. A sudden event, eruption, or epiphany, bringing drama wherever she goes. Under the radar, feeling of failure or bad news of the Hierophant or Taurus, grounding and integrating an offer of love and choosing a new path in separation and settling out. At 2:05, which is the High Priestess and the Hierophant, Santa Claus on Thanksgiving weekend. Single and done aligning and overworking, and now using their intuition. Grounding and integrating their lucky stars. The Page of Pentacles reversed, who, like I said, could represent the Peter Pan of the masculine, with truth of the King of Pentacles history, his Akashic records, and the Ten of Pentacles family, finding happiness alone, and the challenge being impatience on the warpath, with justice, divorce, or Libra, not expressing their feelings or causing delays, hanging out alone under the radar, moving or unstable, fire sign creating drama everywhere. Wishing on a star, alone at sea, with the Ten of Pentacles family on top of him about third party or their own overindulgent issues. The Page of Pentacles reversed, satisfied, keeping feelings to themselves, and challenged by impatience and truth out of the warpath and brokenness or cancer issues, and the King of Pentacles with justice or divorce and hanging out alone for once. Under the radar, moving or ending a marriage, or Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius who causes drama everywhere she goes. Under the radar, the Hierophant or Taurus is bored of the same old, choosing a new path of separation and settling out, sharing now with others. Okay, so that's the read. Where are we? We're already an hour. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to pull oracle cards today because I'm feeling a little tired right now. But I will pull one card for you. Let's see, what am I going to pull from? I'm going to pull from my Kipper deck because that seems to be very direct. All right, so for this read for the Divine Masculine, what's the takeaway from this? What does everyone listening need to know this November 29th, 2019 for the best and highest good of all those concerned? What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And I will show you the cards after this. I know I keep forgetting. What is the message? What do we need to know? Okay, it's all about the main female. Let's see what else is coming up. So these are the two following. There's a lot of females here. We have the main female, the female with the false mask, and then the female with expectation. Very interesting. And then there's a baby female on the bottom of the deck. And it was interesting because of the, when I did the meditation that I told you about right before I did this video, I told you about the little girl of the feminine climbing into her mastery. And this is very much like that. And then at the end of the three women is the message. So let's see here. Look. I want to show you this going on. So we have the three women, and then the message, and then we have, here comes the masculine having left everything behind. The high honor, okay, of that. But I want to show you this. It's like the little girl of the feminine climbing the wall. This is the little girl as she grows up. Okay? This is what I saw before the meditation. Her climbing the wall like this. And as she stretches each arm up, she became more and more grown up, more coming into her mastery. Okay? So that was a cool parallel. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday weekend. Make sure you drink your water and get your rest. Get your joy in your nature. Go out and take a walk if you need to on this lovely weekend. And enjoy yourself most of all. Rise and be loved, guys. Bye.